Hi, welcome to our after hours version of Facebook Live, Coffee Hours. I am joining Aamna Javed from the Marquette Muslim Students Association. What's your role there? Are you
I'm the vice president.
Yeah,
vice president.
And we are sharing with you an example of conversations you can have when you get together with people who live, look, love, or pray differently from yourself. So, Aamna, we always start out, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking an iced faith latte. I'm almost done with it though.
And I debated over caffeine or no caffeine, and I went for a chai tonight, so I can actually sleep at some point.
You all know I'm not sleeping.
So we were talking, can you share one of your favorite things? This is the month of Ramadan. What is one of your favorite things about Ramadan?
So one of my favorite things about Ramadan would definitely be at night. So after we eat at sunset, we have our nightly prayers, and they're based off of prostration, so they're called rakats. And there's typically 20, and it's recommended that you do 8, 12, or 20. 8 with the nightly prayer lasts about an hour. So usually what happens is that like after we eat sunset, I'll go and pray. My sister, if she's not working the next day, she'll come too. And we'll go and pray, and then my friends and I will get together, we'll get ice cream, frozen yogurt, coffee, whatever's open at, like midnight we'll go and do. And then we just stay up all night and we pray, we read our holy book together and things like that. And it's my favorite time of the year because that's the one time of the year, that 1 month where everyone's at the mosque all the time. And the lights are on, we have these pretty Ramadan lights green on our mosque. The parking lot's packed, you have people honking at each other because they're trying to park. Everyone is there. It's the one time where if I don't go to school with them or if they're always working or something, I can see them. And it's a very community feeling where everyone gets together, and it's just a very wholesome vibe that you get during the month, and it's unbeatable. That's probably my favorite thing.
So do you get much sleep at all during Ramadan?
Usually when you work, I don't start working until the last week of Ramadan, so I can sleep in all day. It's not a problem. My friends who do work though, who have work at 10 or 11, and they stay up all night. Sometimes we go watch the sunrise at the lake, so then you're up for a while. They don't sleep much. My mom doesn't sleep a lot either because she sleeps at night, wakes up, eats, and then goes back to sleep. So we don't sleep a lot in general during Ramadan, but it's just you're so encompassed by the feeling of it that you don't even notice the fact that, and also you're hungry, so you just kind of blame the lack of food than you do on the lack of sleep. So it works.
What is your favorite food to break the fast with?
Watermelon. There is nothing more hydrating than after a long hot day of fasting, having a nice bowl of cut watermelon that was in the fridge. Absolutely nothing beats that.
And you don't drink water during the day?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So definitely watermelon.
I can understand that. Tell me, what are you studying at Marquette?
So it's interesting. I'm majoring in environmental science, might be minoring in psychology, but I intend on going to physical therapy.
I don't know if we talked about this before, but how did you become interested in physical therapy? Had you ever needed it, or had a family member need it?
Almost needed it. All throughout high school, I was in cross country. At one point, I was the assistant coach. I was the MVP. So cross country honestly became my life during high school. And my first coach, who was with me for the first 3 years, she was actually trained in physical therapy. So I got injured a lot, several times. So I'd always just go to her instead of going to an actual paid physical therapist. And it was just something about the way that, I don't know, maybe it was something as simple as the stretches or the exercises, but it would always just fascinated me how the body worked, especially the musculoskeletal system, and how it's not easy to fix, but it is treatable. You just have to know how to move it. And so cross country is what really got me this is really cool. And I like, computer stuff. My brother's a computer engineer, so he got me into coding and everything. But I can't spend the rest of my life behind a computer first grade. And I knew that after I graduated, I was like, physical therapy is what I want to do, specifically sports medicine. But if not, even like rehab physical therapy. So I've just been into it since.
What was your event in cross country? I kind of know. My husband was a cross country runner.
What was my event?
Yeah. Did you have it? No. Is there an event or that's track?
I think that's track. Cross country is just several.
It's all running to me.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
That's true. That's true. Cross country is like long distance. But we had.
There's
meets.
only one. Is there only one distance or every?
Yeah.
Like okay.
So the first year is when they were like changing the distances from 4K to 5K.
Okay.
But after that it was 5K every race. But we did have like bigger meets. So junior I think that was my best year. I believe junior sophomore year. I remember there was one race. It was a big meet. It was like city finals. I don't know what they were called. Regionals? I think so. Something like that. But it was a really big race for us. And this is where you would win a trophy, or like if you came first place and the race, you would go off further into like state and stuff like that. I was first place for most of the race.
Wow, that's amazing.
But then my last quarter mile, my knee, which was messed up, my IT band, my knee caved in because of my IT band, so I fell. I remember I got up and I was like 12th place, and I was like, look, I have to be at least top 5 to get a medal. I was 8th place. Turns out it was top 7 gets a medal. So I didn't make it first place.
Just missed it.
I missed it, yeah. But that was like a really big, like a big meet event that we had. And I remember the girl who won first place that race, actually, she got a full ride to Notre Dame. And she is currently training for the Olympics, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like I wouldn't go as far as
that was
training for the
heavy
Olympics.
competition.
Yeah.
Do you still run?
I do. I just exercise more in general than I run.
Okay.
So I go to the gym, I'll do my cardio there. My knees are pretty weak now because of cross country though, so I don't run outside as frequently as much as I used to.
The treadmill's easier?
The treadmill's easier. I hate the treadmill with a passion though. So I'll try to run outside like 2-3 times a week, but typically I'm in the gym more than outside. I used to run like 40-50 miles a week, but if I do that now, I will probably destroy my knees completely. So
how does that go? How does the exercise? Do you exercise throughout Ramadan?
Yes, I do. So people like me who stay up all night, we just go after, work out for an hour or so. But my sister and like my brother, actually my brother not so much, but my sister and her other friends who need their 8 hours of sleep. I don't know how they get out of sleep, but they do. People usually work out right before the fast breaks. And on your body that's hard, it's a lot easier to lose weight that way.
Okay.
But certain exercises like deadlifts and squats, you shouldn't do while you're fasting, because if you do that and you slightly injure yourself without even noticing, you mess up your whole entire body, and it's really unsafe to do those. They even say even at night you shouldn't do compound exercises like deadlifts or squats because you don't drink enough water throughout the day, so it's bad for you. But yeah, typically I just work out after after the prayers. I'll go work out for an hour or so. My sister works out before. If I'm running, I'll go for a run outside before I can eat, which isn't so bad. You just can't run more than like 20-30 minutes because then you start burning tissue instead. You don't want to burn tissue out of your body. So it's a little more complicated when you're fasting, but it's definitely doable.
So you've learned about how to take care of your body. You're clearly like interested in that and helping other people.
So, for sure. But you don't make any gains during Ramadan, that's for sure.
That's bad for that. Maybe not in the stamina department.
Yeah, for sure.
Running stamina department.
Definitely not in the muscular department either, because you don't eat enough during the day to build muscle.
Right.
Oddly enough, it's the one time of the year where Muslims will somehow find a way to gain weight even though they're not eating. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, just don't.
I wonder if the metabolism changes.
I think it's a metabolism, and also that everyone I know, including my own family, has a tendency to make really badly fried food or deep fried food. So sometimes you just eat that all night. It's like
celebrations, everybody's
It's like I'm not gonna eat all day. I might as well, but you don't want to do that like a 4-hour span.
Right.
So
well, and anything? What are you going to be doing this summer?
I'm starting to work. I'm going to be a physical therapy rehab aide actually at St. Luke's.
Oh,
it's going to be the last week of Ramadan, which is a good thing because I'm supposed to work at 8 a.m.
Okay.
And if I'm staying up all night, I'm not trying to work at 8.
Yeah.
So I ideally would like to start earlier just because there's something to do then during the day. But now I just sleep instead of work during the day, so that's pretty much it. Like, thankfully, I'm still getting my paychecks from working over the semester, so money-wise, I'm surviving. But yeah, pretty much gonna be working all summer, and then trying to chick some summer trips.
What's
Summerfest
on
is
your
coming
list?
on too, yeah.
Summerfest?
This is actually the first time that all of Summerfest is not during Ramadan. So it's the one time I can go to Summerfest at night because I haven't been able to go for the past couple of years. And I'm excited because J. Cole's coming and he's my favorite artist, so I can go to his concert. So.
I haven't heard of him. What?
J. Cole?
J. Cole? Wait, no, maybe I have.
Maybe. He's a kind of hip hop R&B.
I've probably heard him on the radio without knowing.
Probably. He has a couple of songs
I did hear the announcement that he was coming, that people were very excited.
So I was very excited for that because he's never come to Milwaukee before. I was like, wow, this is just honestly a miracle. Like, I can go because I'm not fasting, you know? Because they start at like 7 and then fast breaks at 8. It's like, I'm not going to be like, hey, can you stop the concert? I need to eat.
Right.
It's not going to work.
That would not work.
Yep.
As much as he probably likes his fans.
Probably, but yeah, I don't think you could even hear the overall the noise. So it's gonna be exciting this summer.
Well, I hope you enjoy Summerfest. I hope you get good weather when J. Cole's there.
For sure, I hope so too.
Thank you so much for joining me for Coffee Hours. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.